So pricing, product governance, manual investment products, still doing financial modeling for capital products, discretionary business advisory fees. So the team's massive, really big team. So things are like great, things are going well. Like I said, be your best. Yes. Yeah. So Indian student, only because I'm global. So I look after but I look after UK. So we were just talking recently. He's doing good. So
shouldn't take a shower now. I think it'll go maybe to get it out. What is it, dry? In Central London, it's not supposed to be dry, it's dry.
I like because I'm temperature. Taking small something lunch is not good. I know some people, even when I came here, it's really good.
The logistics of the time, the vehicles came in and they get stuck.
Everyone needs it.
Yeah, it's not okay, there's no. So it's, and we just used to oh yeah, otherwise I have to carry it.
I'm making my heels. You have to go.
Since you want, and also, going around London, it's like 20 kilometers away. It's just too much. Otherwise, it's higher levels of
That's why we don't do
yeah, but it's not a holiday.
this one.
Our school holidays every year, all the time. We take it wherever it is. So we go with it. But since we're here, we should get the
In the glass.
Okay, Hare Krishna, we need to clean this room in 5 minutes. If I can ask everybody to vacate for 5 minutes, please. Thank you. Five minutes cleaning, 5 minutes cleaning. Hare Krishna, everybody outside, 5 minutes. Everybody in. Mataji, can you do the walking? Or you're steaming? You've got kids coming here in 10 minutes. 10 minutes, we'll clean up and come in. Yeah? Just 10 minutes. Please, Hare Krishna. जल्दी करो सभी लोग का यही
अभी नहीं आया क्लीनर आया एक 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 और से बाकी
मैं मना किया और आप हाँ कर रही हो आप कर लो माता जी आप कर लो आप चलाओ Just wait a few minutes, just clean up and then come in. Check outside. Sorry for the pressure.
I changed to the longest.
Just wait a few minutes, we almost set up, yeah? Almost done. Just wait. One corner is missing. That's why you don't start like that. So put that one in first. Put that one in. Put that one in first. Oh, this one, this one. This one was. यहाँ से शुरू करते हैं आप इधर से कोई शुरू करते हैं now bring the whole hey, you want to have this one good. Are we done? Okay. I think this way, one way. Right.
Hello.
Break the thing. There's lovely doors everywhere. I went there, Mataji said, go around.
Are you singing, Nick? Are you singing?
Swami
श्री नृसिंहदेव भगवान की जय, श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, निताय गो प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल। हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा हरे रामा राम राम Hare Hare. So thank you very much to all the children and all the parents for joining us this morning for Krishna Club's prayers. And this month we have lots and lots of festivities. So in my heart I'm calling this the month of Lord Jagannath, because there is so many festivities happening. Of course, Rath Yatra in Jagannath Puri happened a couple of weeks ago in June. But locally to us, there's a lot of festivities happening with Lord Jagannath over this month, which started yesterday. Did anybody go to the Watford Rath Yatra? Anybody made it? Yeah, many of you were there at the Watford Rath Yatra. And of course, our London Rath Yatra in central London is going to be on the 30th of July. But in Watford and at the temple, there's lots of festivities coming up till that point as well. So I thought we'd just spend a few minutes just meditating on why is it? Sometimes I speak to children, and many children ask me this question, that we see the form of Lord Krishna. We are also very familiar with the form of Lord Nrsimhadev. Many of us are also familiar with the form of Lord Chaitanya. But Lord Jagannath is very, very different to all the other forms of Krishna. Isn't it very unique? Have you ever heard the story of why Lord Jagannath is the way he is, with big eyes, short arms? Has anybody heard the story? Put your hand up if you heard the story before. That why is it that this form? Why is it that Krishna took this form? So good. Now a few hands went up, so I'm going to need your help, because sometimes I have a very bad memory and I forget. So I'll start telling the story and you can help me out. So once it's described that all the wives of Lord Krishna, do you know how many wives Lord Krishna had? Was it just one? 16,000, are you sure? Was it 16,000 or was it a little bit more than that? 16,108. So Lord Krishna is very, very special. He had 16,108 wives. But that was where was Krishna residing with his 16,108 wives? Which city? Dwarka. Now, where did Krishna spend his youthful days? Vrindavan. So sometimes the queens of Dwarka, Lord Krishna's queens, would wonder that although we see Krishna now, but we've always heard about his wonderful pastimes in Vrindavan. And I wondered what he did in Vrindavan and the relationships he had with all the gopis. And sometimes they would think like that. So they thought, who would know the answer to what was going on in Vrindavan? Maybe somebody could explain this story to us. And so who did they go to ask about the descriptions? Does anybody remember? Who was telling them, go and shout it out? But who was the person that started describing to all the queens in this story of Jagannath? It was Mother Rohini. So Mother Rohini, so they all went to Mother Rohini. Who's Mother Rohini? She's the mother of Lord Balaram. We know her as the mother of Lord Balaram. So everyone went to Mother Rohini. You must know what happened in Vrindavan. Maybe you can share with us the relationships Krishna had with all the Brajabasis and the Gopis. And now Mother Rohini said that I can tell you, but we need to be very careful that Krishna doesn't come into this place. Because if Krishna comes, then he'll be so mesmerized hearing his own pastimes that he'll be lost in his thoughts. So then they thought, who could we ask that could just guard the door while I reveal the pastimes of Vrindavan? Who can I ask? So who did they ask? Do you know? Who did they ask? They asked Subhadra, who was Krishna's sister. So they asked Subhadra to watch the door. Make sure, don't let anybody in, and tell us if Krishna is nearby. Then we will stop discussing this. So Subhadra was outside the door. All the queens were inside with Mother Rohini, and Mother Rohini started to reveal the pastimes of Vrindavan. And then slowly, as Subhadra was watching, but she couldn't help but hear, you know when something really interesting is being spoken behind the doors? Has that ever happened that, maybe mummy and daddy are talking about something and said, wait outside for a moment. And you can't help but kind of want to hear what's going on. Does that have happened, children? I can see lots of very happy faces saying, yep, that's me. So like that, Subhadra was thinking, I want to hear. And she was trying to listen to the pastimes. And as she was starting to hear about the glories of Krishna and the gopis, she started to develop ecstatic symptoms, which means she was becoming very, very happy. And as she started to develop this, her eyes started to widen and her body started to shrink a little bit. And she was completely mesmerized. So mesmerized that she didn't even realize that Krishna and Balaram were approaching. And her job was to tell them if they were going to approach. And she forgot because she got so lost in the absorption of this Leela. And so Krishna and Balaram thought, wow, look at this form of Subhadra. What's going on? Let's also listen. And so Krishna and Balaram also started to listen. And as they were listening to these amazing stories that Mother Rohini was sharing with the queens of Dwarka, they also started to develop these ecstatic symptoms and started to take this form. Just like Subhadra, also their body started shrinking, their eyes started to widen, and they became super, super happy, ecstatic. And that is why we worship Lord Krishna, Balaram and Subhadra in these forms as Lord Jagannath, Subhadra and Balaram. That's the origin. Of course, there is also where did this form, in its deity form, first came about. And that's another story that we can explain another time. But this is the origins of why they developed this particular form and why we worship them as Lord Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra. So now in theme of the month of Lord Jagannath, we have lots of amazing things coming up this month. Okay, so just to remind you what's going on, this is actually the last time as Krishna Club this term that we're all going to be here in the temple room for the prayers. Now that doesn't mean today is the last Krishna Club, but it's the last time we'll all be here this term, because the next 3 Sundays, building us to our end of the term, we have basically festivities. So next week we have festivities where we'll be starting off with a wonderful surprise drama by the Bhaktivedanta players. So they will be doing a drama first thing at Krishna Club, and also the venue for next week will be straight in the Haveli. So no need to, of course, come here early for darshan. We'll be starting sharply at 10 o'clock in the Haveli. So make sure you've had time to come take darshan and then make your way to the Haveli. We'll be beginning in there at 10 o'clock. And then that will be about half an hour or so. And when that finishes, then we're going to have all the classes do a little show and tell. So they'll be sharing different things that they've been doing. So we'll have festivities there. The following week, which will be the 16th of July, we have a big festival at the temple, which is Snan Yatra. So 2 weeks before the Jagannath Rath Yatra, Lord Jagannath wants to be bathed. And everyone will have an opportunity to bathe Lord Jagannath. So that's a big public festival which will be happening in the Haveli, but we've arranged a special Krishna Club festivities as well, just across the courtyard in the Seva Hall, where we'll be planning and having our own Snan Yatra. So we'll be planning our having our Snan Yatra, but also planning for the following week, which is our Krishna Club's Rath Yatra as well. And so our final Sunday will then be the 23rd of July, which is where all the children, all the parents will be having our own mini Rath Yatra festival at the temple. So that will be our finale. And then we'll finish that off with a nice picnic as well for everybody as well. So that's kind of our build-up to as we reach the end of our term. In terms of other announcements, there is no Sanskrit club today. Other than that, all the other clubs are pretty much open. And yes.
Hare Krishna. So yes, we heard how many wives did Krishna have? So sometimes people ask this question, oh my God, Krishna, so many wives? But actually, right next to Krishna, we've got the form of Lord Krishna as Ram. And he was called Maryada Purushottam. And he took the thing of Eka Patni Vrata. So we don't follow Krishna as he does. Okay? We follow as Ram does. He teaches us how to live life. Krishna tells us how to live life. If you follow Krishna, some people say, oh yes, I want to marry more. I'm like, well, in that case, lift Govardhan as well. Yeah? Well, let's not pick and choose. But yes, I've got another announcement. Krishna Club is a community. Meaning none of the teachers are paid. So we all give our services. So in that spirit, I'm always encouraging parents to come forward and offer their skills, their time, and their ideas to expand so that we can enrich the children's lives. And so in that thought, one of our parents, Shivam, is he here? Yes, Shivam, I forgot your wife's name. Namrata. Shivam and Namrata. They realized that children are coming to Krishna Club and they felt that they would like to open a library of Krishna conscious books. So they said, instead of all the parents having to buy, so they've already accumulated almost 250 to 300 books, which they would like to open a library for Krishna Club children every Sunday. So if you are interested in that, to borrow books from them, they will be sitting today where usually Pratiksha sits in the Haveli, where the shoe area is, opposite that, and they will take your names, and this library will start in September. Yeah, so please come and see. Thank you. And for our Rath Yatra on the 23rd, I'm going to send some details about that. The Rath Yatra is going to begin here, but it's going to go all the way through the temple grounds into the fields where we're going to have a picnic and some fun activities. So parents, we will be asking you to bring some preparations, of course following the standards of the temple. No onion, no meat, no garlic and all that stuff. I hope you should know that by now. So please, keep a lookout for that. Anything else? Mangala.
Okay, so we will move on to our Mangala Charan. And just before we go to our class, really, as we chant the Mangala Charan prayers, we should really be meditating on the forms of Lord Krishna, but also asking for their blessings and the opportunity to go deeper in our Krishna consciousness as we continue our learning for today. So if I can ask everyone to sit nicely with your back straight, nothing on your laps. Okay? We'll start by taking a deep breath and then we'll chant all together. Okay, so let's take a deep breath. Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Tadhamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sarvabhutam Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gourangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshya Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Thank you so much for joining us. If anybody has taken any instruments, if you can return them to the front, pay your obeisances, and then the children can make their way to the class. Hare Krishna.
She's gone already.